Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 500 people to go to our URL will receive a free 2-month trial. That's skl.sh/InsideGaming2.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday!
That's right, it's Thursday. Breaking news! The next Call of Duty game is Modern Warfare. Yeah, it's Modern Warfare.
We did it.
Modern day Call of Duty. Wow.
Are we going all the way back to the best year ever, 2007?
That's right, we're gonna crank that, Soldier Boy, while watching Juno and Ratatouille. Who wrote these?
Regardless, it definitely seems like Activision and Infinity Ward are looking to cash in on some nostalgia as they unveiled the latest game in the franchise, I guess oldest, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, and they're trotting out all the happy PR moves they can to try and make this the good one. No season pass, an actual single-player campaign, and co-op.
More like Call of Duty fan service.
Ooh, yeah, sounds good so far, but we honestly don't know that much yet either, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, we got 2 minutes. Call of Duty talking, grumblies, people with guns walking around looking all badass. I mean, whatever, it's Call of Duty, but it's back. There's still plenty of time for this to become a microtransaction-ridden nightmare of weed leaf skins and dab emotes. God bless Call of Duty, I love it so much.
Flossing.
I mean, the first headlines are good because that's how PR works. They're gonna hit you with the good stuff first, get that sweet taste in your mouth before they sneak in the medicine. So it's releasing October 25th. We got a look at the first trailer for the game, showing off some tactical shooting action and gritty urban settings. So, you know, it's Modern Warfare.
So the reveal trailer starts off with the series veteran Captain Price saying, "The rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong."
He didn't do it with his accent.
Oh.
The rules have changed.
You're so McTavish.
The rules have changed.
Try to sound more like Rahul.
Different
Sounds
person.
like that.
I can't do Rahul's
It's
accent.
a bit more cockney.
It seems like they're setting the stage for a more morally ambiguous story than we've seen in previous Call of Duties.
Didn't you gun down a bunch of people in an airport? I mean, that's
pretty morally
You're
morally-
playing as a bad man.
Yeah, I guess you
There's
can
two
choose to shoot
sides.
or not.
The bad side of the gun is the front, and the good side is the one that I'm on.
Who's making this one, Lawrence?
This is Infinity War.
All right, okay, all right.
It said Infinity War, which is a different
We know what
thing
you meant.
entirely.
That's a different game.
So they started the series, Modern Warfare, way back in the day, and the developer described it as, quote, an epic reimagining of the iconic Modern Warfare series from the ground up. I just love that phrase, from the ground up. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does ground up mean? I mean, like, sure.
And
We
they started from
reimagined the boots,
They
the
started
shoelaces.
over. It's a clean slate.
I guess,
Yeah.
maybe, but the trailer makes it sound like it might not be. I think they're just trying to do both. Anyway, there aren't a lot of details yet, but according to the game's YouTube description, the single-player campaign will involve covert operations, quote, alongside a diverse cast of international special forces throughout iconic European cities and volatile expanses of the Middle East.
Sounds like we're going back to 2007!
The story definitely seemed inspired by current events. Infinity Ward co-studio head Dave Stoll, not Dave Grohl, said, "We are creating an emotionally charged experience." We're talking about 2007, guys.
I know.
We are creating an emotionally charged experience that's inspired by the headlines in the world today, where the rules are gray and battle lines are blurred.
And he said, "I'm hoping to learn to fly."
Oh, nice.
I mean, if it were inspired by the world today, wouldn't your enemy be like some dude who watches way too much conservative news and then goes on a shooting spree? Ooh, too close.
Right now, the big question is whether or not the campaign is a direct continuation of Modern Warfare 3 or a reboot with the same characters. Lawrence, what do you think?
It does sound like they're just rebooting everything, but there's some lines in the trailer that make it sound like it's a continuation. I don't know.
Tell me who the bad guy was in the Modern Warfare franchise.
Makarov?
Close.
Was it not?
Was he Russian?
Well, there was two, because first there's the general guy who betrays you. Spoiler. And then it's Makarov, and then I think you beat him by shooting him?
I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember there was a helicopter, you pull a knife out of yourself and slow-mo throw it.
By the time I got to 3, you kick him out of a helicopter, he lands on a warhead, that warhead goes to space
No.
and blows up.
That sounds awesome.
Also kills the Russian Czar.
Call of Duty rules! Yeah, so it's weird. A particular line in the trailer makes it sound like a continuation rather than a reboot. The "Who's your team?" Some old comrade.
we get so McTavish.
But if it's a reboot, yeah, then we get Roach. We
Soap.
get Soap. We
We
get
get-
Ghost. We get Dog.
Are those real people?
Roach.
Camera, mic,
Gun.
green screen.
Cheeseburger. The game is described as, quote, an epic reimagining, so maybe we'll get to play all gillied up again, except this time it'll have drones and fidget spinners and 8-year-olds flossing around. Yep. Nobody can see if you're flossing.
$2.99, $3.99, $4.99. How much you want this floss dance for?
Of course, there's multiplayer too, including what the developer calls classic multiplayer, or you can play cooperatively in a variety of operations.
Interestingly, it won't have a season pass this time around.
What?
I know, money. And apparently it will support crossplay between PC and console. What? So, rest in peace, console players,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
suppose.
There's a lot to dig into there. First off, let's talk about the season pass thing, because that's weird. It's an easy PR move for sure. Guys, no season, $60, you get the whole thing. Is this Activision? That's not the end of the story. There's no way Activision is just gonna sell this for $60 and that's it.
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
So where does all that extra revenue come from? Microtransactions are the easiest guess,
Of
which
course.
also implies a games as service model.
Of course.
Because Call of Duty's done that before. The traditional form is a multiplayer with some kind of unlocked currency, Call of Duty points.
COD bucks.
Yeah, COD bucks. You can use to buy attachments, cosmetics, boosts, emotes.
Stab. Yeah.
And hopefully they keep it to just cosmetics only. I'm okay with that. That's fine. If you want to pay for your weed leaf pants, awesome.
I mean, it gets blurry. Black Ops 4 had a season pass and all the microtransaction stuff and the seasonal stuff that Fortnite uses. So they did everything with Black Ops 4. It seems like they're rolling it a bit back. Feels like Activision would have some kind of plan to replace the lost revenue from season passes that won't be sold. Just hard to imagine what that would be. Maybe this is when they make a portion of the multiplayer free to play.
They better.
Yeah, and they bring in all the children.
Time.
Those children steal their parents' credit cards, and then they get those Call of Duty points, and then
Borrow.
yeah, all the nickel and diming they do from free-to-play players could subsidize the supposedly free content they're getting since they're not selling season passes anymore. So post-launch content, is that free now? Maps, skins, you just get it all?
No way that's all going to be free.
Time will tell how they're going to monetize this game, because they're going to monetize it.
This model works in games with massive player bases and a healthy flow of microtransaction revenue. League of Legends is, Fortnite is, and to a lesser extent, your Apex Legends is.
Not for long. So if Call of Duty is transitioning into that model, it's a pretty big deal. It signals a sea change for who plays the game and how.
Yeah, you thought it was bad before when 13-year-olds were shrieking at you in every lobby. Just wait until the unwashed free-to-play masses descend on the game.
No, my virgin ears. Next up, let's talk about crossplay. That is very interesting, especially as a feature that they're adding to the game.
Yeah, Lawrence, it's another really good PR move, yeah?
Yeah, it's become a very requested feature, which is confusing to me, but I kind of get it. I didn't think it would ever hit like critical mass that anyone would care about it. That said, it is kind of frustrating when you buy it on PC and your friends are playing on PS4 or whatever.
It is, yeah.
So we'll have to see if this is true cosplay, speaking of PS4, because Sony has been very unwilling to kind of take those walls down. So they say crossplay, but they didn't explicitly say what platforms would be in the crossplay. PC and console is as generic as it gets. So yeah, but mixing PC players with console players would change the dynamic of Call of Duty multiplayer. People can get very good with a controller, and I've seen it happen. I've been shocked, but still, this isn't an elitist thing. I just feel like kinesthetically, a mouse is always going to be more precise and faster.
Those are fighting words, Lawrence.
Yeah, I'll see you on the battle COD.
You can only turn so fast on a controller.
There's some montage videos online that would beg to differ.
To be fair though, Call of Duty maps are designed with that in mind. You rarely have to turn more than 90 degrees at any time. If someone's behind you, you're probably dead, console or PC, no matter what.
Yeah.
Call of Duty maps are very long, a lot of hallways that branch in 45 and 90 degree paths, so you just run like a tire. You never have to snap around or aim up and down all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different if it was something like Overwatch, where there's a lot of like multi-layers and characters that can fly straight up. You're never really like aiming up much unless there's just somebody on a balcony.
You might not get a jetpack, man. Huh?
We'll see. I mean, they tried that.
If we're going back to Modern Warfare, which is, I guess, going back in time to when it was a simple, just simple day of...
No jetpacks?
No jet
No,
boots,
it's pure
no wall
tactical,
runs.
yeah.
Does that mean players will be able to choose whether or not to enable crossplay? Do you not want to play against PC or whatever? You can have custom servers, maybe matchmaking with or without crossplay. We don't know.
We have lots of open questions that could have significant answers. So we'll just have to wait and see what Activision has in store.
The stakes are definitely high for this year's Modern Warfare because after years of insane sales, Call of Duty franchise hit a rough patch. Yeah, we know. I mean, it's on the way.
Let's all give it a moment of silence.
You mean
Call of
like
Duty.
press
Yeah.
a...
We already called it.
Like bong rip.
Do I need to pay respect?
No, not yet, not yet.
Don't hit the F quite.
2020
right
2020 is when they
Yeah. Now, please don't get us wrong. The franchise still sells millions of copies, but these games are expensive to make, and sales are not what they used to be.
Yeah, looking at sales data like we always do for Call of Duty, you can tell Call of Duty peaked several years ago.
Much like the rest of us. Best-selling Call of Duty ever was Modern Warfare 3, which sold more than 30 million copies. This is back in 2011.
This is a follow-up to Modern Warfare 3, right?
Activision's tried everything they can think of to give Call of Duty a booster shot. They did Battle Royale. They tried everything. You know, when they're at the chalkboard and they're like, we gave people everything we possibly could, and then there's just a big circle and a dollar sign around Modern Warfare.
Break glass in case of low sales.
Yeah.
The next best-selling Call of Duty was Black Ops. That was back in 2010, which also sold more than 30 million copies.
Yeah, so they definitely peaked. That's at the top of the bill
Yeah.
there. While the series still sells millions of copies, recent games obviously have not done quite as well.
Call of Duty World War II sold less than 20 million in 2017. Last year's Black Ops 4 sold 14.3 million, and 2016's Infinite Warfare sold just a measly 13.6 million. Just
garbage.
Just give up.
Trash.
What are you even doing with that billions of dollars?
So you're looking at sales numbers that are cut in half in some cases, which is a huge drop-off, right, Lawrence?
Yes, of course. And these games aren't cheap to make. Obviously, they're the epitome of big budget AAA games. It costs a lot of time to market and develop and money. Those budgets are getting high as hell. Modern Warfare 2 cost $200 million to make and market, and that was back in 2009.
How much do you think went into the marketing versus the making game? game. I feel like making the game is maybe like $60 million.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably
you
like
think
20
that like
bucks.
development costs are so low because they have already made the game over? and over?
I think those NBA spots. Yeah, I mean, like assets are there.
While Call of Duty's been dropping off sales-wise, there's also been a lot of turmoil lately with the franchise.
Right. Kotaku reported a few weeks ago that Activision pulled a plug on next year's Call of Duty, which was a collaboration between Sledgehammer and Raven Studios.
So they put Treyarch in charge, and they're going back to another tried and true series for 2020, Black Ops. Even though we just had a Black Ops.
Is this what's happening, Lawrence? Every other year, Black Ops, Modern Warfare,
Well, Black Ops 4 has almost nothing to do with any other Black Ops. It may as well not be called Black Ops,
Yeah.
but they do it just for the marketing.
I
So
mean-
whatever. It was fun.
It was fun. I enjoyed the gameplay.
Blackout was great.
I played hours of it, yeah.
I played an hour of it too.
It feels like Activision really has tried everything they can. They've tried wildly new Call of Duties like Infinite Warfare. Everyone hated that. And then when they go back to what people want, everybody bags on them for doing the same shit over and over, like we are right now. So there's kind of no way to win for Acti. I think they're just kind of in a place where, they're just looking at the sales data and they've tried everything else. They're like, just do that again. We need to make some money. It's also possible the audience is at a saturation point when it comes to military shooters. Just this year we've had Division 2, Metro Exodus. People are just full up on gritty dudes with rifles. It's Fortnite time now. We want to see cartoons hitting each other with big old plastic bats.
You bet we do.
Sea of Thieves, Fortnite, Dauntless.
Yeah, those are all
We
cartoony.
want to be kids again. Let's go to Star Wars Land.
That sounds so old.
I get to go tomorrow.
Lucky
That's
mother.
awesome.
On the other hand, Call of Duty is one of the franchises that helped make military shooters a massive hit. We'll see if they can do it again. They can. I'm calling it right now. I don't think they're going to be able to do better than
don't
Black
think so
Ops
either.
did last year. I really don't.
This is what's going to happen. It will be the best reviewed, the most fun
Okay.
Call of Duty you've ever played.
All right.
It will sell the worst.
I bet it's going to hit like 14, 15.
I'm guessing that they're going to be like, look, we did everything you guys asked for. It's as good as you want. And then it's not going to sell as well. And they're going to go, we have to stop listening to people on the internet.
Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is brought to you by Skillshare. This is an online learning service for basically anything you want to learn about. Because I live the life that I do, I learned about cocktail mixing. It's actually pretty great. They have like a classically trained bartender that will run you through all of the lessons, starting with like the equipment, how to use it, what it's called. And it was pretty cool too, because at the end of every episode, there was basically like a question and answer place where you could leave questions for the instructor. Specifically, people were asking, where can I buy this equipment? What should I get? What's a good price to pay? And he would actually go in and answer all the questions. So not only do you have a prepared course from a professional teaching you about a new topic, but you can actually interact with them if you have any lingering questions. And they have a wide variety of topics to learn from, more than 25,000 classes, design, business, and more. Also drinking, because nothing enhances your gamer skills more than an expertly mixed cocktail. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even your career, Skillshare is the perfect place to keep you learning, living, and thriving. If you're watching this video, you may be interested in how to get into games media. You can learn how to edit, or learn how to use Photoshop, learn anything through Skillshare. We have a special offer for you guys. The first 500 people to sign up will receive a 2-month free trial. We've got a link in the description for you to get that, or you can go to skl.sh/InsideGaming2 to start your trial right now. Learn the Inside Gaming way. Learn how to mix cocktails the Inside Gaming way at Skillshare. That's skl.sh/InsideGaming2. First 500 people get a 2-month free trial. Thank you, Skillshare, for the sponsorship. Make a game since Singularity. They're really good at it. They've been making Call of Duty multiplayer for the past decade.
That's great.
Yeah.
They've been doing nothing but making the world's, formerly most popular multiplayer first-person shooter. But yeah, for this one, a lot of people expected it to be set in Vietnam, but apparently that's out the window now. Treyarch is in charge of the 2020 game, and it's expected to be a new Black Ops.
Cool.
Fast.
Yeah, that's a big